position. Well, we seem to be live, yes. And I just happen to have a fine selection of some of my best cigars here that I've been meaning to get at. Certainly a good reason to smoke tonight, because it's a hot one tonight. Yes, it is. So I have with me, we have a special little guest tonight. David, is this my close-up? Yes. Our friend from the southeast regions of Portland, Oregon is here to join us. He is a guest on this special show we've arranged. So perhaps, Steve, you could tell us a little bit about what we'll be talking about today.
Well, Winnie Wackerman, we're here today on You Bet Your Duck. We've got some questions to ask.
Yeah, that kid. Winnie Wackerman has questions to ask for you. Go ahead, Steve. Tell him the questions.
Well, I know you're both local Portland historians, and maybe you could give the correct answer for who's your favorite mayor.
The favorite mayor of Portland, Oregon. Now, that's a very difficult question to ask these days, especially if you're talking about a most recent one. Bud Clark, I believe his name was.
Yeah, I like Bud Clark.
Bud Clark, yeah, he's a bicycle rider. He had all sorts of tricks up his sleeve, didn't he? Yeah. The Goose Hollow. Have you ever been to the Goose Hollow?
He's the guy who exposed people to art?
He exposed people to many an art form.
That was before he was mayor, though. He was the one who exposed himself.
Yeah, that was in like 78.
Yeah.
78, Portland, Oregon. I met a girl back in Portland, Oregon in 78 or something. But anyways, I regress or digress or progress, however your opinions are around here. So Steve, do you have a question about the progress of Portland, Oregon these days? I hear it's very progressive.
Well, you might know where you can find the most fantastic Reuben sandwich.
The most fantastic Reuben sandwich. Where may one find the most fantastic Reuben sandwich? B.A., can you tell us?
Edelweiss.
Ooh.
Edelweiss.
Oh, yeah.
I might be wrong, though, but I could also say Goose Hollow has a good one, which goes back to Bud Clark.
The Bud Clark and the Goose Hollow. Good stuff, good stuff. Say, B.A., why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where did you go to high school now?
I went to Sunset High School out in Beaverton, Oregon.
Sunset High School in Beaverton, Oregon. Well, we know a few people from Beaverton, Oregon. We know a few.
But do we really want to go into that?
Well, perhaps. I always like to go into these things. I was also thinking of. Reminds me of. Did you ever meet a woman out there in Beaverton, Oregon, named Lydia?
Lydia.
Yes.
I think she was from Astoria. No.
No. Well, I'll tell you this. She had many a tattoo. Oh Lydia, oh Lydia, oh Lydia, oh Lydia, oh Lydia, the tattooed lady. Sing what you say and mean what you play. Sound is insane and I seem disdain. Without his sound is his sound to say. We know a girl like Lydia. Yes, something like that. It's some
Lydia.
kind of a Lydia. Did you meet her?
Lydia.
She was from Beaverton, Beavertron, I believe they used to call it. Or how about this old hit? It was, I believe the Bolsheviks wrote this one. Well, I've been all around this big wide world and I've seen all sorts of things. Cadillacs and asteroids, a few of my favorite things. When I tell you Sam and a Sam computer, I'm the man here. Cause I'm the chief inspector, and I guess you ought to know my name because there's something living on this asteroid. There's something living on this asteroid. comes Vincent Pulver, coming with Grant McGuinn. Someone's got them saying, hey there, let me in, there's something going. There's something going on this asteroid. There's something going on this asteroid. There's something going on this. Yes. I tell you kids, that takes me right back. Yes, it does. But speaking of Beaverton, I think I was talking about Lake Oswego, actually. And I think I recognize you in a different way. Do you know anyone from Lake Oswego? Because Rich, do you know anyone from Lake Oswego? Perhaps someone you worked at the Guitar Center with.
Oh, sure.
What would that name be?
Well, I don't totally remember, but he has this very bald head with some curls on the side, and he's very serious about rock and roll. And hold on.
It goes something.
Is it a real estate guy?
A real estate guy. Does he do something like this?
See, I think he was into weed or something. Oh, yeah.
Well, you can turn yourself on and as soon as I see Sandy Riggins in the sky, let yourself be free and alive. You know, it's life's better when you're high. Life's much better when you're high. Cigarette dreams and Xanax steams, Xanax pills and Microsoft dreams. Never sound you learn to laugh. Your life's much better when you're high. Sandy Riggins and Sheriff R.J. Cornwall cruising through the Oregon desert. Everyone has got a fantasy, and Rick Bain keeps me getting high. Thank you. You're watching the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. I'm your host, Jeff Dodge. We got a very special guest in the house tonight from Go Cowboy Go and DJ BA, renowned throughout the Portland universe. Thank you for joining us. We will be right back after this quick commercial break.
Blue Season Pizza wants you to know that we are still open during these challenging times, these difficult times, but we know that you still want to eat, and we have delicious pizza, and it will be available takeout only, as you will enjoy the pizza. We will be wearing the rubber gloves and the masks, and they will not be Halloween masks. And not to make light of this difficult and challenging time, we will be open, and we will be feeding you, and we know that you will be enjoying our pizza from a carry-out window. You can get our pizza, you don't have to get too close, and it will be the same delicious pizza that we have been serving. Flu season pizza from the Flu season region of Italy. We're the birthplace of the pizza. It's delicious all the time. You will love it. Please call us for carry-out. We'll be happy to serve you. I got this report, and this report was saying stay out of the rivers. The rivers are still too cold. It's not summer yet. Safford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste City Coffee is always good, so you've got that going for you. Even though the rivers are cold, you could get, hypothermia, something crazy like that. And really, what you want to be doing is not swimming in a cold river, even though it's hot out. You actually want to be enjoying a nice cup of coffee. Safford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste City Coffee. It's always good. It's always going to be good. And you just have your coffee. It's hot. You enjoy, the nice weather, and stay out of the river because you could die. And
we're back, and I'm your host, and we got special guests here tonight. Before I get into that, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the fundraisers we've been working with during this delicate time, and one of the fundraisers is to bring back the Tom Grant Take Me to Your Dream. I'm pushing for a heavy reprint of this album. I think that we could all use a little more uplifting thought, and that would be, that'd be just great. What year was this? This was this is 1986. Take Me to Your Dream. So I know there's about several GoFundMes online that you can follow about that. And yes, getting back to our show though, I am your host, Jeff Dodge. We have Steve Sabila on the bass guitar, Rich Reese on the drums. How are you, fellas? It's good to see you. Very good. What is new in your world, Rich? Nothing at all.
Yeah, actually I took a little trip. I drove down to San Francisco about a week ago.
Right, yes.
And that was very pleasant. The weather was nice. I played some rock music and saw some old family members and friends. Yeah, it was all right. I'd never driven down Highway 1 in Northern Cal before, and that was
Highway 101 or?
Highway 1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the old road. And
before 101, there was a 1.
Yeah,
the
it's
first
the one that goes
highway
along the
out there.
coast. If you take 101, if you get south of Eureka, it goes inland. And then
Right.
you can break off and go down the coast on Highway 1. Average about 23 miles an hour going down that, but it's quite scenic. And yeah, it's a good deal. And so now we're back here and ready to ride out the summer as an unemployed kind of a guy.
Yes, there's a lot of severe unemployment in Oregon. I've been very thankful that thanks to the donations from you all, and I think there's a good chance we're going to get this sucker off the ground. So we appreciate your attention to detail. And what was I thinking? Oh, Jamila is here, and it's Memorial Day. That's why she's here.
That's
It's
right.
Memorial Day, so I would like to take this time to thank our veterans for putting up with that, man. That's a lot of work. That's a lot to put up with.
It's really about the ones that died.
Oh, and the dead ones. Yeah.
This is a big dead ones holiday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then what is Labor Day about? Isn't that about a bunch of dead laborers or something? Or
It's about the people who died for the labor
for
movement.
the labor,
Yeah.
and this is for the wars and the
Right.
labor. But we haven't had one for the labor wars yet. So I'm hoping we work up to a new holiday in February, right? Because
Sure.
it's like this point, let's just all take February off in general. There's so many things to do then anyway.
Right. I have this bizarre idea to start a union for stagehands
Mm-hmm.
and people who work like in sound and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's never been done before.
I
from
don't
what
think
I've heard.
they'll tolerate it. They're
Yep.
very.
My buddy Stu says nothing like that has ever existed, and don't even bother. But I'm still gonna try it.
Well, Stu Dodge.
Yeah.
That name rings a bell.
I don't.
That's a name not heard in a long time.
Right. Yes.
But
Anyway,
anyway,
he says
I
don't
digress.
don't unionize
regress, or
entertainment. That's what he was saying.
Yes.
It'll
well,
never happen. It's never happened. It'll never happen.
If you have like 50 or less employees and they want a union, it might be your management style, is what I've always thought.
Right.
And, Dad, sometimes with 3 was enough where we wanted to form a union, just 3 of us.
Oh, sure.
And we did. We held protests.
I helped one of
We
your guys
staged
make some
walkouts.
signs. Yeah.
And yeah, it was very difficult times.
And then he brought in Pinkertons, and I heard 2 of your guys died, got shot by the strikebreakers, and then.
Look, he had a good deal going with Hearst for a while. Not William Randolph Hearst or even George Hearst, but this is the great grandnephew Wilfred Hearst.
Okay.
And he doesn't have any money. We're always trying to talk him out of it. It's like it's a Hearst. It's like it's a
Right.
bad Hearst. He's got nothing. He's using us.
Yeah,
right?
credit cards,
That
probably.
well, you can get a little bit on credit, but okay. So
Yeah.
I'm going to move us along to we haven't had a live guest in the studio in so long, and I'm hoping we can get one more online possibly. I'm hoping in my heart, but this is one of the grooviest guests we've had in a long time. He's hot in the Portland market for his DJ skills, his attitude, his general vibe. This guy is great, and I've done many a great grandiose project with him. Please welcome DJ Brian B.A. Anderson in the house. Woo! Yeah, you did the old the little elbow bump and little backwards basketball. Yeah, man. So it's and with the whole lockdown thing now, we have all these different customs to greet ourselves. It's great.
Yeah.
Was there some kind of
Well, yeah, please have a seat. I'll have one, and we'll kind of have a bunch of beer in the way and a
you ever
cigar
get the
box. But
nuggets from McDonald's
I
after
haven't
the
seen a
Blazers
cigar
nice
box.
little after it?
it is good to have
It's
The
you,
next day
dear.
there's always a free
I've
order
been
of
back here.
chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Excuse my
I
arm
liked it
there.
better when it was a chalupa, but what are you
A
gonna do?
little accident. I'm gonna go ahead and
Old days.
turn those guys off.
All right.
as I
Yeah,
can.
yeah. you gotta
So
get-
yeah.
which is kind of a hassle.
Yes. What?
And you gotta go to McDonald's, which is like, fuck.
Go ahead and say something. Let me see what you sound like.
All
there.
right. So it's been a while since I've been here. I think
Oh, right,
last
right.
time was
Someone should probably pay
well, it might have been your birthdays, but
Mm-hmm.
last time I really remember being back here was Savage Hill, filming Savage Hill.
Now, were you on the campfire scene too? Oh no, you
We
were.
did- we did
the
some-
killing.
we
You,
did-
you weren't the with the yeah.
We did some
Right.
filming back here.
We killed you.
Yes.
Yes, by a guest thing we shall not mention.
Well,
But
actually, I don't know if I die or not.
I don't know yet either. We're still sorting all that out.
don't know.
But it's a cast of thousands, and it's
Yes.
sure to piss somebody off. So
And it also entertain the
it will
mass
entertain
majority.
some, and it will piss some off. It will make some happy, make some angry. Just another day in the French Ticket production.
Exactly.
But you go back into the Darge production days.
I do.
So
And
when did we first hang out?
Well,
when
see,
did
I
that all
remember.
start?
I remember my first experience with Darge was back when you guys were showing the Harlequin at Bar of the Gods
Yes.
on the screen in the back when it was still just a shotgun bar.
Yeah.
And so
Right. and
that
we
was
sh-
my first exposure to it. And I just remember it
Right.
being such a crazy experience, and I was like, "This is amazing!" And I wanted to get it. I was like so curious. I would have loved to have gotten involved with it, but then nothing ever really came until one day, Clint and you came to me and said, "We want you to be in this movie called Go Cowboy Go."
Yeah. Yeah. So we didn't suck you into Steel at all.
No,
then.
I was never in Steel.
Yeah.
I'm
But I
kind
mean, I'm
of.
thinking there must. But you were at the bar. When
I
we were
was
hanging
at-
out shooting it.
Yes.
And we had everyone you were around then. Yeah.
And I was
yeah.
at the premiere for the Steel
Yeah,
at
yeah.
at
Steel
the
and
Laurel
Moynihan.
Thirst back in the day.
Yeah.
Or Laurelhurst, I'm sorry.
Laurelhurst.
Laurelhurst.
Movie theater in
Yeah.
Portland, Oregon. We used to show a few films there. That was, I think, my
Before
first premiere film I ever did was My Mother Was Right There in '99.
Yeah, now they're first run film, so I guess.
Are they really?
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
So we'll see. The Battle of Savage Hill coming out soon.
Yeah,
Will be VA's next
we'll end up at
collaboration.
Clinton Street Theater or Hollywood. Who knows? Hollywood Theater is a good one.
Yeah, if their windows are still there. Let's see. There we are. That's what I'm doing. Trying to connect the old soundboard there. There's some digital glitches happening here. There we are. We're back. I'm in control. So what I'm thinking about is where do you hail from? Like before Oregon?
Before Oregon, I was born in Wisconsin in 1974,
Mm-hmm.
in January, in the winter, on a snowy day.
Winter, Wisconsin, snowy
Yes.
day. Milwaukee.
I was actually born in West Allis, which is a small town outside of Milwaukee.
Now, how long were you there?
Not very. I mean, in Milwaukee we lived in a couple different areas for a while, but then but I want to say Liberace was from West Dallas.
Oh, no killing.
So it's funny, my brother and
kidding.
sister were both born in Milwaukee proper, and for some reason I was born in West Dallas. I've never really understood why,
She's
but
from Wisconsin. Right?
but I guess it's just because I was supposed to have a weird link to Liberace.
Mm-hmm. and where did that link take you? It took you to Portland, Oregon for some reason.
Well, I ended up in Portland, Oregon eventually because my dad ended up getting a job with Copeland Lumber.
Mm-hmm.
So
you came in the 80s with the lumber.
87, yeah.
Coming to kill that spotted owl.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we were killing the spotted owl. No, we were not.
Right.
Hold on, we were not. We were working with everybody.
And Lon Maybon was trying to get our education system straight.
Correct.
Really, really straight.
Straight, yes.
Very straight.
Very
straight
straight.
and narrow. We should. I wonder if he's still available as a guest,
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a bit.
or as a mayoral candidate, perhaps.
Yeah.
Listen, I think it's time we take a quick commercial break when I start suggesting Lon Maybon as mayor. That seems about right. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after these messages.
There's this weird thing about Memorial Day. And what kind of holiday is that? Anyway, I'd say it's the kind of holiday where you just make a pot of great coffee, like Stafford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste City Coffee. It's always good. You're going to make that coffee, and then you're just going to relax. I mean, you can relax because there are no presents to buy. There are no cards. You don't have to get a Memorial Day card at the drugstore last minute, something crazy like that. And then you're just drinking your Stafford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste City Coffee, and life is good again. And let's get serious, because there are a lot of people that fought and died for this country, and we do have to honor them. And to them, I'm just going to tip my mug of Stafford Brothers coffee. Love it. Lettuce. It's the cornerstone of any great salad. Fresh and delicious. Remarkable. Really good. Larry's lettuce is homegrown and full of goodness from the sunshine and the crystal clean waters of the Pacific Northwest. Taste the difference, and you'll never go back. Look for Larry's lettuce wherever you buy produce. It's lettuce so good that you'll think you're eating it straight out of the garden. Wherever you buy produce. It's lettuce so good.
Where do you get the dirty, rotten lettuce is what I want to know. Like, some of that lettuce infused with, I don't know, smallpox lettuce, right? Wasn't that a thing in the 1890s? Oh, we're back. Hey, everybody, we're back. Thank you for having us. I just wanted to mention a couple things along with the Tom Grant Take Me to Your Dream reprint fundraiser we're supporting. It was also my 51st birthday recently, and Jamila and I took a trip to Joshua Tree, California, a pilgrimage of sorts, and it was beautiful, fascinating. I love the culture and the people, and the scenery is first time there, just great stuff. I wanted to point out that our good friend of the show, Scott Peterson, and his beautiful wife, Annika, they gave me this for my birthday, and Scott just dropped it off today, and I thought, is it perhaps
is that some kind of bad finger or something?
It's this. Is it the index or the ring finger? I'm getting. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is kind of how I modeled a lot of my fashion in high school and apparently currently. I'm actually this is more my fashion now than high school. The 80s was very difficult, but I wanted to just throw this song on the old pile because
sure.
I didn't get to perform this with you, and I thought maybe we should take a stab at it.
Yeah.
Steve, were you on bass? I didn't think you played on it either. It was Rappaport. Yeah, all
that
those
guy
other
who loved
guys.
himself a whole bunch.
That one
Jason
guy.
was a
Yeah,
cool
what was
guy.
that one guy?
Yeah. Jason and Talbot. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you guys are unmuted. That's good. Okay, good. Cool. I just wanted to make sure. All right, here we go. This is a little song by Badfinger called "Take It All." 1, 2, 3, 4. In a way, the sun has shone on me, makes it easy to make it hard. any day. Sun will shine on you. Makes it silly to take it back. Make it good or take it glad. Take it all. I don't need it all. I don't want it all. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. That was, yeah, that was a good run for the money on it, wasn't it? A little bad finger for you. Well, I normally would go to a commercial break, but I think we ended up with limited commercials, and so that just means more time to talk to our good friend BA. I have one more commercial, but I'm going to save it.
Oh, okay.
Save it
Should I
because
get up and stand up? Or?
no, I should get you the microphone so that you can be heard. And I'm going to do that because I forgot. I get so excited
I know.
doing this show.
It's
And,
easy to forget about the little details.
Is that out of your way, David? Can you see a wonderful
Everything.
guest? Good. So yeah, a live guest in the house. I do have to admit, I enjoy the lockdown aspects of bringing us outside. I think this is a good thing.
Oh, this is great.
You know, I've always enjoyed being outside in Oregon, no matter the weather, you know. See, it rains a lot here normally, or it used to before global warming. And I found that smoking cigarettes was very, see, I don't do that anymore, but I went through a cigarette phase for a while, and it you know, it goes really good with the weather.
It does.
It really does. The coffee, the
Coffee,
cigarettes, and the beer and weed, they kind of swirl into this smorgasbord of redundancy where you like repeat the same patterns over and over, and then you're 51 one day, and then
It's like the
yeah.
idea of wanting to have a cigarette sounds disgusting.
It does, but like if you smoke 25 in a row, that one with the coffee in the morning
Oh,
is
yeah.
gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Oh, when the meteor comes, I'm ready. I'm
When the asteroid comes.
The world's, when the asteroid comes to collide into Earth and end all of us, the first thing what are you gonna do? Are you
See
gonna
what I-
hide? You're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna buy a pack of cigarettes.
See
You
what I
kidding
did
me?
there?
I want a pack of, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Very nice. And as we could tell, our wonderful, gracious guests should move on to one of our proudest projects we did. Well, let's start there and then work backwards. I think
Yes.
that'll be funner, right?
Yes.
So,
Well,
DA
I
and
think we talked about this way before. Like probably one of the first times I met you, we talked about this.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? While I was doing Harlequin.
We were
didn't
talking
we?
about this
Yeah,
for
yeah,
years.
Yeah. That's right.
Maybe we should clue everybody in what we're talking about.
Okay. So, BA and I produced this wonderful movie, and it screened at the Hollywood Theater in 2009, A Day on the Asteroid, which was essentially our Darge Productions at the time, a send-up to the Marx Brothers.
Yes.
And
With a lot of extra Marxes added. We added a little Karl Marx in
we
there.
threw Karl Marx into the plot because they threw him in anyway. We were just following their lead.
Yeah, it's true.
And you know, a lot of you might say, how can you get so obnoxious and rambunctious and big-headed to think you can pull this off? And I'd have to say, you know, there's a few of their later movies that gave us the confidence.
It did. Although I still appreciate those as well. It's
I
like,
do too.
they're
I do
good.
too.
They have their
and the Marx
moments.
Brothers. And honestly, I hope all of you seriously understand that a lot of what our cohorts like BA and Clint Sargent and all of us that work on these projects, we do favor in honor of history.
It's true.
and
I mean-
pursuing.
I mean,
we do all this out of homage. So
Yes.
if we got it wrong, we apologize if you're offended. But,
Yeah.
we love the Marx Brothers,
Yeah.
and this was done as a tribute to them.
It was, and I thought we did a great job with the cast.
You know,
mean,
there's people other than my family that agree with that. So that's.
I mean, when
a
I was,
sign.
I remember when I was filming, and when I would film Brett doing his Chico impersonation, it blew my mind
Yeah.
sometimes.
And
It
he
was
didn't even know he had it in him.
No, he didn't. He'd be like, "Am I doing
the
it?" And
best
when
part.
he would try to do it, I'd be like, "No, stop trying."
Stop trying. I know. Just
He
be
just
it.
did
Just
it
be
so
No, I mean, we
perfectly.
all loved and the wonderful.
And
well,
Caitlin's.
did we give her credit as Harpo or not? Oh, that's right.
We had
the
different
Bardo
names.
Brothers.
We had different
The
names.
Bardo Brothers. Well, I guess it's like.
Oh, was it
20
Sparko? She was
years or-
Sparko, wasn't it?
Sparko.
Was it Sparko?
Sparko was right, yeah, and Ciccolini was
I can't remember. Well,
Ricola.
Ricola. That's right, Ricola.
Ricola.
Yeah.
Sparko, and I was, of course, Winifred Wackerman, which
Yes.
is a little bit of what we were doing at the beginning there, and yeah, no, it was a passion project. I
It
guess you'd
definitely
say.
was.
And we spent 3 years on it, as Jamila knows, filming this miniature world we built. in our
That was
spare
really
room.
fun going to the hardware store
We
and
shot all
buying.
of it in the spare room. All of it is all these actors in this world, and they're in a 6x9 box basically for
I
most
mean-
of it. And then we built a micro world on top of that after we wrapped all the actors. And we spent what, a year and a half
Oh,
on
yeah.
the all this animation, and it was yeah, no.
And I bought all these toy trains and stuff. And robots.
The robots. I know. I've seen all these 3D. See, so hopefully, if I am actually trying to get myself on permanent lockdown status, aka semi-retirement, and if you all can continue to support us, which reminds me, we have a new album out right now today, fresh off the presses. Kent is now available for streaming on Spotify, on the YouTube Music channel, and a whole plethora of services that I know nothing about.
Will it be
But
available?
we're out there.
Will it be available on Bandcamp?
Bandcamp is we have an ongoing issue with them.
Oh, okay.
They we have Bolsheviks Forever and some Wookiee there, and the rest of it is there's been like a lot
they
of
have-
lawyers.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
like to deal with that stuff.
No.
But,
Enough said about that.
yeah. But Wookiee is available on Bandcamp, both albums, and the one Peasant Revolution band, Bolsheviks Forever, you can't get it on the others, but you can get it. 2012 release is on Bandcamp. Rich, were you on Bolsheviks Forever?
No.
I think you were.
Bolsheviks forever.
Maybe.
What is that?
It's the 2012 album we did.
No, I didn't even know you then.
We didn't know you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you and I did
guess
not
not.
meet in person until Scott had his incident.
So it was, yeah, that would have
Yeah.
been 13. That would have been a year before.
Yeah, it was
That-
January 28th.
Okay, you were
Yeah.
close.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Talbot, Luke. Oh,
I think
Joel
Steve
was
Gadd
on
was
it.
on
Oh,
it.
Joel. Oh,
No, he
God
was on
bless
the
Joel.
last Bolsheviks album there. Yeah.
I still miss Joel.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
He was a huge fan of the Harlequin.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, such great memories, and well, now I think we can run an ad. Is it? What does it? Oh, I forgot. We are live, so maybe I should do some of that live interaction stuff that all the kids are talking about. Do we have any comments? Is anyone watching? Maybe we could like. Are we even live? Is this happening? Let's see what happens when I take the helm here. And well, we're gonna do. This is what you call your. There's 4 people watching. I think all 4 of them are here. I see
And
5
you're-
on my end.
And Jeff's parents
now
are
I'm
watching.
a 5th person. But let's see if we can get some interaction going.
I forgot that we were going live, so I didn't even tell anybody.
Well, that's the point of going live, is to do some live interaction. Oh, Bobby P. Hey, Jeff, what time do you guys start?
Oh,
Hey, Bobby,
when are we
we
gonna
start
start?
at 9. Oh, and I can hear that audio on the TV. Cool. This is really fun. I thank you so much. We start at 9 p.m. every last Monday of the month, until death do us part. No, I'll leave that part out. Okay, I have now interacted with a live fan, so we can say there was a reason for this.
Yes, we interacted.
One person.
That's great.
It,
If we
you
can
know,
change one person's life, I mean,
that's all it takes
Yeah.
sometimes. One person. I keep forgetting. I got to pay some bills here. We're going to run a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Brian B.A. Badass Baracus Anderson in the house. We shall return.
So people are always asking me, Sid, we hear you drink a lot of coffee. And it's true. I'm a coffee fiend. And I like Safford Brothers, Downtown Blend, Taste of City Coffee, because it's always good. And sure, maybe I'll try some others. But, I do like my coffee. And when I find something I like, I stick with it. And that coffee, as you all know, because I'm always talking about it, every month I'm talking about, and it's Safford Brothers, Downtown Blend, Taste the City Coffee. It's always good, and that's the thing. It's dependable. It's always going to be good. It's always going to be there. You're always going to love it. And, I need to go make some right now because I love it so much. Safford Brothers, you'll love it too.
Good for hours. Door to door, boat to boat. Cheap white wine, cheap sugar. Yeah, this is a tasty fish. It's brined in like a brand name soy sauce and cheap white wine. Cheap sugar, salt, little herbs in there, and it's brined overnight. You gotta let it dry out and form a nice little pellicle, they call it in the biz. Nice sort of protective skin on the membrane, and then we'll smoke it for hours on end, and just cheap white wine. Cheap white wine. Drink beer and wait. Cheap white wine. Line cod, barbless line cod, barbless hook. Smoking to dry it out. It's a smoky flavor. Door to door, boat to boat. Free range, line caught, barbless hooked Chinook.
Yeah, man. I don't know, Steve. I don't know where you're going with all this salmon stuff, because it's like we're trying to sell the album, and you got this side project going on. Yeah. And I know the Chinook stuff on 33rd Marine Drive. It's cool, but I'm just like, oh, we're back. We're back. Yeah, we're back with our wonderful guest BA, and there is something that we got into at the beginning with Lake Oswego and
Rick Bain. Yes.
And that subject was, of course, our movie Before a Day on the Asteroid.
Correct.
Where we learn quite a bit about not just each other, but living with men in general, and what it's like.
Yes.
Please expand.
Well, I remember you and Clint came to me and said you had a project for me. You wrote a role for me.
Yeah.
A deputy named Sandy Riggins.
Yes.
Which is a great name.
Yeah.
And and I might bring up this is still a little sensitive for me. I don't even know if I want to go into this or not.
Please, we're all about sensitivity.
But initially, you guys brought this character to me, and I was gonna ultimately be the hero of the film.
That's right.
But
do remember the early
unfortunately, that changed over the time.
Well, I think we had to work with Kyle,
Yes.
and that was not possible to let you be the hero
I
if
know.
Kyle is starring.
And
You see,
it's fine.
Kyle is one of the few characters that survives in all of it. gives
So
you
yeah,
any
so it was
idea of the input of his writing style.
But it was funny. There was a little. I found out kind of late that I wasn't gonna be the.
And worst of all, the thing I always felt committed to you for life about was that we shot a scene, a shootout scene, and everyone knew that we were shooting blanks and guns except you. You were the last to get informed.
Yes.
And there's some gunplay going down, and there's repeated shots at Brian. Go down, Sandy! You're dead. And you had this look of like, are they shooting guns at me?
Yeah.
It was like this really interesting fight or flight response that we caught on film.
And also, I was not aware that I was supposed to go down in that scene.
Right, you were still thinking you were the hero somehow, right? I will somehow
I was
survive
delusional.
standing at. Well, you know, we see you go down a little bit.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe.
Yeah, I didn't know I was supposed to die in that
Maybe
scene.
he's still got a chance to be the hero. Kyle is out there with it's sheep black, the silk screen. Have you seen his?
Yes,
company?
I have. Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah.
I saw him actually not too long ago.
Oh, really?
I saw him
How
at
was he
Boggs,
doing?
Bar of the Gods.
Yeah, good.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He looks very enterprising with his
he is.
company and everything.
He's doing very well.
It would be wonderful that we should get the whole gang together one
Yeah.
of these days.
Yes, definitely.
I haven't seen Cy in a while.
I haven't seen Justin Fry in a while.
Yeah, I
or-
think Clint runs into him now.
Yeah.
But the old days, old
Yeah.
Portland.
Yeah. I remember Sean O'Brien had a brief part in it in the
Yes,
in the dancing scene.
We
and
did a
Steve-O,
dance shoot at Duke's.
My friend Christine was in it.
And I put on what I thought was an ungodly amount of weight, which I've now found is a routine amount of weight for me. Back then, at 30, it seemed like I will never be this fat again in my life. And, you know, now it's like at 51. It's like, oh my God, I'm back down there.
Yeah.
Whew, I was getting worried. But yeah, anyway.
But that
I
was a
played
lot
the
of fun.
character Billy Ray,
Yes.
and I got shot.
Yes, you did.
And Steve-O was my buddy.
Yes.
Which was, I would love to work with Steve-O again.
Yeah, he's down in L.A.
Is he really?
Yeah.
So many people I need to get in touch with down there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, tell us about when you. So obviously it changed, and we. You know, one of the things about why I remember Clint and I making Go Cowboy Go was that there were complaints about the movie right before it, Jeff Steele and the Lost Civilization of Noynock, taking 3 years to make. Big deal, right? You know. But it was my government-funded movie where I was collecting unemployment, and I cashed in my 401k. And Jeff Steele Noynock was the first federally financed American film, I think, since World War II or something like that. Russia, they did it all the time. I was trying to get America to do it more. But anyway, so they quit doing it after they saw the returns on Noynock.
Right, yeah.
But we didn't quit, and so to change that narrative, we decided, well, how fast can we put this out there? And so we shot Go Cowboy Go in 3 days or something like that.
It was pretty quick.
It was pretty intense.
I remember I added so much.
On the road.
Well, me and Alistair spent a lot
rural
of time in a car together.
It was called meta directing, is what I believe Clint and I came up with.
And
Instead of you've heard of meta acting. This is meta directing, where
Yes.
the directors, actors, writers, and producers all become one. Like, what are we doing here? It's hot. Get something.
And
Go. There's
go.
a lot of go. Go Cowboy Go.
Cowboy.
Cowboy. So
That was one of my few lines because I was still not. I was afraid to talk, and I wanted to be sort of the Harpo Marx of the.
Right,
Of the,
you had the mute idea. Now what
I've become more confident
one
in
of
my
my favorite
voice.
memories of shooting that was when Clint first came at you with like, I
yeah, I had to do
need you to neigh like a horse, neigh, and you're like, huh? And like, can't you neigh? And like we
He's
all
like,
started
"Rah,"
ganging up, and like I think everyone at one point was
trying to
like
get me
bullying you into neighing.
Yeah, and
Like
it's
a
a
horse.
hilarious scene. It's one of the first. I think it's one of the first things I
It
do in
is.
the film.
It is.
I think I'm walking, and then I do a weird like. I twitch a lot.
Yeah, Sandy Riggins. Well, we didn't have a word for it back in 2004 or 5, but it was obviously massive panic, anxiety issues.
Well, it
And
was
he shouldn't have been armed.
Well, it was funny.
you know.
Like after filming all that, and spending a lot of time in a car in the desert with Oregon desert with Alistair,
tumbleweeds.
I definitely understood
Mm-hmm.
Sandy Riggins, and it was like, why did I? At the end of filming, I finally understood my character, and I
Right.
was like. Well, I
But,
guess,
uh,
but I guess it was my own journey of becoming Sandy Riggins
Well, see,
through the film.
Kubrick did that too.
Yeah.
I was finding that's we didn't invent the meta directing because I've been finding that through his legacy, especially with Full Metal Jacket, like the actors are like, I think you want me to be like this. This is what you want, and he's always like, well, you read the script, didn't you?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, well, yeah, go. And they would shoot him 99 times. And, oh, there it is. That's what I want.
Right.
And you know what? 87 of the times Kubrick didn't know what he wanted.
Yeah.
That's, and I can speak from experience. That's a lot of what it's about when you capture magic in a bottle.
Exactly.
And I'd say for you kids out there, if you ever want to see magic in a bottle that's severely underrated in American society, is the Great Canadian Society, and that'd be SCTV. Please rewatch every
Wow.
SCTV episode ever made
Wow.
in America.
That's a plug.
true comedy.
That's a plug from the past and out of the
Yes.
blue.
You being from Wisconsin must have seen your share of SCTV up north.
A little
there, right?
bit. A little bit. I'm familiar. That's for sure.
Yeah, you would have been. So you left at 10. That would have been right in their like third
Right.
season or fourth.
But I had.
Did you
I
guys
was,
get Canadian airwaves over there? Do you remember
not that
any
I
of
know of. I was more into cartoons and stuff
Right.
like that.
Right.
I was watching
There were good cartoons.
Battlestar Galactica, and,
Now, Battlestar Galactica.
and Dukes Hazzard and Knight Rider and stuff like that. But yeah.
Knight Rider.
So
Kit.
so over the last year or so, I haven't been able to DJ anymore because there's no place to DJ.
Why?
Because I used to DJ in public places, and I
Oh,
haven't been able to do
oh.
that.
See, I never did that. Because I
Yeah.
have this side character that's a DJ.
Yeah.
I never DJ'd in public.
Yeah,
So I
so-
didn't realize people were doing that.
Yeah,
So you have a long career of public DJing. What is this experience like?
For me, I enjoy doing it during the daytime a lot, or early evening. I've done some.
Clinton Street. You used to do the
I-
brunch. What was that
I
called?
do Dots Cafe. I used to do Dots Cafe
Cafe.
from 2013 up until I couldn't do it anymore.
Didn't Bobby Caesar used to do dots?
Yes, Bobby Caesar was a Dots DJ as well. Now, did you ever run into him, and were you guys ever like competing over DJ slots?
I don't know who that is, so
Bobby
no.
Caesar.
He's an administrative law judge by day.
Oh, you talking about Robert?
Bobby Caesar is
Oh.
a member of the band.
Oh, yes, yes,
He's
yes.
been with us for many.
I'm
years.
sorry. I know him as a proper Robert. Sorry.
I don't know that guy.
Was it
I don't know who
Robert
that guy is. I know
Waspington,
this
I
Bobby
believe, or
Caesar guy.
I met him back when I was still known as Brian. And I wore sleeves.
Right.
So
That's right.
I flashed back to being Brian briefly.
Did the sleevelessness go with the DJing?
Oddly enough, it did. It wasn't. It was an accident, but it did. It did happen at the same time.
There was this other name you were DJing under.
DJ Turvey,
DJ Turvey.
which I took from one of Rick Mayall's character, Kevin Turvey. He was
Who's
British.
Rick Mayall?
He was from the Young Ones.
Oh, tell us about the Young Ones. Yes, some of the
Well,
kids out there don't know what the Young Ones.
The Young Ones was a British comedy that kind of broke all the rules back in the early '80s, and kind of created these despicable college characters who all lived together and had
Were they
all these.
college age?
Well,
The older guy, Rick, was not Rick, but what was the guy? Neil, not
Neil.
Who
Neil.
was the older guy?
Oh, with their landlord, or
The dark-haired fourth member that was like their manager or something.
well, there
remember?
was Christopher Ryan who played Mike.
Mike. That's what I'm thinking of. Mike.
Right. And so he
Was there
wasn't
Vivian, Neil,
right.
Rick,
It was
and Mike?
Adrian Edmondson.
And Mike was the straight guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of, although he had some really funny roles. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
some funny parts in it as well.
Vivian. I loved Vivian.
That show was a huge influence on me. I saw that you know, in I think in junior high, I think when it was showing on MTV here.
Right. And that was right about the time it was screening, right? We were
we were a few
like a
years
year or two
after.
behind.
I think it was on a couple different stations before MTV. I think some
like,
PBSs somehow.
Red Dwarf is one of those.
Right,
things,
exactly.
Right? That was
Yeah.
a great series.
Yeah.
I watched that a lot in the lower.
Yeah.
Red Dwarf.
Yeah, those shows had a huge
Red Dwarf,
influence.
The Young Ones, and SCTV. I'll
Yeah.
tell you, children of tomorrow, there is great material that we're providing that has not been censored by YouTube or American comedians yet. Although they're very jealous of
the
this.
YouTube, the Young Ones episodes were censored when they came to America, but now you can get them uncensored.
Oh, really?
But yeah, on MTV
What
they
did
were
censor?
censored. Well, there was a.
I remember
There
The
was-
Damned playing in the middle of the living room. That's a great episode.
Well, they had
We're
those.
gonna burn in hell. Or
Yeah.
some crazy like. Yeah.
But yeah, there were a few lines in one episode that they had to cut. But
I don't know. It makes me think of things I want to cut, like that crazy mayor we have, Ted Wheeler. I tell you, I cut that guy's, job rating approval in half, and I could still get better numbers in, my sleep. But I don't care. It's not a big deal to me. It's just like, oh, my lovely wife Jamila. Hey, honey.
Hey.
What's going on? Are we too loud?
Say goodnight, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff. Why don't you come join us, honey? Come sit next to BA since it's the end of the paint. Well, keep socially just use that arm for social distance. This can. I think this is exactly 6 feet. So put that there. A little diagonal to it, and you all sing into that mic, and I'll just play the acoustic loud enough so that you can hopefully all hear it. I can't read these lyrics. Do I need to read lyrics? I should know this.
Here, honey.
We had a great time, honey, and didn't we? In Joshua Tree, and this is going to go out to our dear friend Graham, a bird we met at the hotel we stayed at, and he was very gracious. He sat with me for a lot of sessions, and he had a girlfriend bird that hung out there with him. She wasn't like a girlfriend bird that knew him for long. He just she'd been there for a little bit. Oh, look at that. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, here we go, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love hurts. Love scars. Love wounds. And Mars in the heart. Monday. Next Monday, the last Monday of the month, and every last Monday of the month, in some form, we will broadcast something until our feet fall off. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next month. Good night. And Kent State available. Kent on 4 days of Kent, the history. Kent available now. Spotify and all that stuff. And you know. And DJ, we tell us a bit.
And
quick.
Strictly Off the Records on Podland Productions is one of my podcasts.
On Podland Productions.
Podland Productions.
Podland Productions.
Yes.
DJ BA, catch him. And you got a Twitter handle?
I got a Instagram.
Instagram?
The _DJ_BA.
Yeah, all right. And we will put all this stuff in our finished link next year when we have this all overdone. Okay, see you next year. Bye-bye. I mean, next month. Well, by the time this is in, the syndicated.